AI, it feels like just yesterday we were talking about it as this far-off futuristic thing. But suddenly, it's not just here, it's essential.
Yeah.
It's reshaping industries at, well, lightning speed. And honestly, businesses need to figure out how to ride this wave if they want to stay competitive, let alone actually grow.
Absolutely. The conversation has completely shifted. It's not, is AI going to impact us? It's, how quickly is it changing things? And crucially, how do we make sure we're actually ready for it?
And that idea of being AI ready, what does that even look like for an organization?
Yeah.
That's exactly what we're diving into today. And we're putting a special spotlight on one function that's undergoing a truly fascinating transformation thanks to AI, human resources.
HR is seeing some incredible changes, definitely. To understand this, we've pulled from a stack of sources, insights on building an AI-ready company, a specific Gartner report looking at AI and HR, and a TeamSense report that breaks down the understanding, tools, and the future for HR teams.
So our mission is clear: to unpack these sources, extract the most important nuggets, and give you the key insights you need to grasp this AI transformation.
Right.
See where organizations are on this journey and get a handle on the practical steps involved, especially within HR. Ready to jump in?
Let's do it.
Okay, so we've thrown around this term AI ready. Let's start there. What does that actually mean at its core? Is it just like buying some AI software?
Far from it. Our sources really highlight that being AI ready is foundational for staying competitive, for driving innovation, and really for building resilience in a market that's constantly being disrupted.
And it sounds like the impact goes way beyond just, automating simple tasks.
Oh, absolutely. While automation is part of the picture, AI fundamentally changes how decisions are made. Think about predictive analytics.
Right.
Instead of just looking backward at data, AI lets you forecast trends, anticipate outcomes, and make much more strategic, forward-looking decisions.
So it's a shift in strategic capability, not just efficiency.
Exactly. And this is a critical point from one source. Becoming AI ready isn't just about the technology. You need strategic alignment from leadership. The entire workforce needs to be prepared, and you need to make sure you have the right foundations in place. Without those pieces, the tech won't deliver.
And the big payoff for getting all of this right.
Well, organizations that become truly AI ready are simply better positioned to harness AI's power effectively. They can adapt faster to change and, sustain growth over the long haul. It's essentially future-proofing the business.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
It's clearly a strategic necessity now. So if a company says, okay, we need to do this, how do they actually go about building this capability? Our sources lay out a pretty clear path, almost like a set of building blocks.
They do. One source gives us an 8-step framework. Step 1 is setting the direction. Develop a clear vision for how AI fits into the company's future.
So leadership needs to figure out the why behind AI adoption. What's the goal?
Precisely. How does AI align with the company's core goals? Is it aimed at enhancing customer experience, improving operations, or driving innovation? That clear vision provides the roadmap and, just as importantly, helps rally the employees around the change.
Step 2 sounds like a self-assessment, taking stock.
Right. Assess current capabilities and opportunities. You need to take a hard look at what you already have. Your tech stack, your data situation, your talent pool, your existing workflows.
Okay.
Ask those key questions. Which processes are ripe for automation? Do we have the necessary data? And is it in usable shape? Are there skill gaps we need to address?
And once you know where you stand and where you want to go, step 3 is building the foundation, the infrastructure.
Yeah. AI needs a robust base to operate. This means investing in systems that can handle large amounts of data and complex computations efficiently. Cloud solutions are key for scalability.
Right, scalability.
Secure data storage is non-negotiable, and you need the computing power to handle AI models. It's the technical plumbing.
Data is definitely the engine here, which leads us to step 4. Cultivate data mastery.
This is absolutely crucial. The quality and accessibility of your data are paramount. This step involves cleaning and organizing existing data sets, establishing strong data governance practices, and setting up pipelines for real-time data flow.
Got to trust the data.
Exactly. Making sure data is accurate and reliable is essential.
Step 5 brings the focus back to the people side, building an AI-centric workforce.
Yeah, people are just as vital as the technology. You need a workforce that understands and can work with AI tools. This means investing in training programs, fostering collaboration between different teams, maybe bringing in specialists like data scientists and machine learning engineers where needed.
And culture.
And cultivating a culture where people are curious about AI, not afraid of it. That makes a big difference.
Then, step 6 is about selecting the right tools for the job. Choose the right AI technologies.
You need to evaluate different AI technologies based on your specific business needs. Are you looking at natural language processing for handling text, predictive analytics for forecasting, or maybe automated machine learning tools to speed up model development?
So match the tool to the problem.
Exactly. The tech has to align with the problems you're trying to solve.
Step 7 is often where things get challenging, dealing with the human element. Focus on change management.
Uh-huh. Introducing AI can create uncertainty or resistance. A strong change management strategy is key to navigating this. Being transparent about the benefits and how AI will impact roles.
Communication is key.
Absolutely. Providing comprehensive training and support and celebrating early successes can help ease concerns and build buy-in.
And finally, step 8 is making sure it's actually working. Monitor and measure success.
You need to track whether your AI initiatives are actually delivering against your strategic objectives. Establish key performance indicators, or KPIs. Are you seeing a reduction in operational costs? Is customer satisfaction going up? Is productivity improving? Regular assessment helps ensure you're on the right track and continuously improving.
That's a comprehensive picture for the whole organization. But as we said, we want to zoom in on HR. How is AI specifically transforming the human resources function right now?
This is where our Gartner and TeamSense sources offer fascinating insights. AI is fundamentally reshaping HR. It's automating processes, driving new levels of efficiency, and generating powerful data insights that just weren't previously possible.
And there's been a lot of talk specifically about generative AI or Gen AI in HR, hasn't there?
Huge buzz, and for good reason. Gen AI is opening up new ways to enhance efficiency, foster innovation within HR, and even improve the employee experience.
And the uptake is fast.
The speed of adoption is quite remarkable. One source noted that between June 2023 and January 2024, so just over 6 months, the number of HR leaders either piloting or actively planning Gen AI implementations doubled.
Doubled in just 7 months. Wow, that shows how quickly HR is recognizing the potential here.
It really does. The primary use cases they're starting with include things like employee-facing chatbots to answer common questions.
Like for benefits or policies.
Exactly. Automating various administrative tasks and leveraging AI to work with job description and skills data.
So are we seeing different types of AI integrated into HR tools? Is it all Gen AI?
No, it's a mix. Machine learning is used to learn from data and refine processes over time. Automation is streamlining workflows. And generative AI is being used to create new content, like drafting communications or job descriptions.
Ah,
The key with many modern tools is they learn and improve the more they are used, becoming smarter partners.
and what are HR leaders saying are the biggest benefits they're anticipating or already seeing from this?
Well, they're focused on reducing time spent on those resource-intensive processes, eliminating mundane, repetitive tasks.
Freeing people up.
Right. Using AI as a co-author for HR content and documentation, and fundamentally saving significant time and effort across the board.
And this transformation impacts the entire employee experience, from hiring through retirement.
Exactly. AI is touching nearly every part of the employee lifecycle: HR operations, service delivery, recruiting, learning and development, talent management. This is going to raise employee expectations about how they interact with HR and the technology they use at work.
Okay, we've covered what AI readiness is for the company and how it's specifically impacting HR. But for many HR professionals, there's a big question hanging in the air. Is AI going to take my job?
That's a really common concern, and it's one our sources directly address. The clear message is that AI is a tool intended to augment human capabilities, not simply replace people.
And it seems many workers actually see it that way too.
Yes, one source mentions that a significant majority, 72% of workers, actually trust AI to bring value to their processes. They view it as something that can help them, not harm them.
It's interesting.
And the outlook on jobs is quite interesting too. According to Gartner, despite all the advancements, the global job impact is expected to be neutral through 2026.
Neutral. So no net loss in the near future.
That's the prediction for the near term. Looking a bit further out, by 2036, AI augmentation is actually predicted to result in over 500 million net new human jobs.
New jobs.
Net new. Now, this doesn't mean every job stays the same. Roles will shift. AI might mean fewer people are needed for the same amount of repetitive work, but it's leading to redesigned jobs that require multi-skilled generalists.
So it's more about job evolution than mass elimination. according to these sources.
Okay.
What about the idea that AI tools in HR are just too complex or technical for most HR teams?
Fortunately, that also seems to be a misconception for many modern tools. The reality is that most AI tools designed for functions like HR are built specifically with non-technical users in mind.
Ah, so user-friendly.
They're designed to be intuitive. While getting familiar helps, often minimal or even no advanced technical training is required to start using them effectively.
And when it comes to managing resistance from the team, perhaps due to that perceived complexity or the job fear we talked about, how do you handle that?
Resistance often does stem from fear of job displacement or thinking the technology is too difficult. A key approach is framing AI as a tool that enhances human work.
A partner, not a threat.
Exactly. Share positive examples. One source highlighted JP Morgan Chase. When they rolled out a Gen AI assistant, they offered extensive training, courses, and even embedded super users within teams. This helped demystify the tech and encouraged adoption by positioning AI as a collaborative partner.
That makes sense. Framing it as a helper and providing support is key. So, moving from addressing the concerns to actionable steps for HR leaders listening, what are the practical things they can do right now? What kind of tools should they be looking at?
Our sources provide some clear, actionable strategies. Strategically, HR leaders need to forge strong collaborations with IT, legal, and compliance teams. That's crucial.
Get everyone on board.
Definitely. They should start building an AI strategy specific to HR, which might even mean creating new AI-focused roles within the department eventually.
And where should they start? Tackle everything at once.
No, definitely prioritize. Focus on high-value HR use cases. Look at where AI can deliver the most significant impact quickly based on functional needs. And crucially, focus on skills development for the workforce.
Preparing people for the change.
Yes, identify and plan for the AI-related skills that employees will need in evolving roles.
How about specific steps for getting started with Gen AI in HR? Any framework for that?
The Gartner source gives a pretty neat three-step process. First, strategize and plan, assess your current situation, and define clear objectives for what you want Gen AI to achieve.
Okay.
Second, collaborate and educate, engage internal partners like IT and legal, and make sure your HR teams are trained and comfortable with the technology.
Train the trainers, almost.
Sort of, yeah. Get everyone up to speed. Third, focus on high-value use cases. Start with practical applications like employee chatbots, automating administrative tasks, or optimizing recruitment processes.
And the tools themselves. Can you give us a sense of the landscape? What's out there?
Yeah, the TeamSense source breaks down tools into practical categories for HR, which is helpful.
Like for finding and hiring people.
Exactly. There are AI tools for recruiting and hiring. Think AI-powered applicant tracking systems, or ATS.
Okay, know those.
That can automate workflows, screen resumes, and even rank candidates. AI chatbots are becoming common for answering candidate questions instantly.
Any examples?
Yeah, platforms like Greenhouse, HireVue, Paradox. Humanly is interesting because they specifically incorporate features aimed at reducing bias in the hiring process.
That's important. And once someone is hired, how is AI used for existing employees? Engagement, performance?
Yep. For employee engagement and performance, AI tools use analytics to track progress, provide tailored recommendations for development, and even use Gen AI to create customized learning pathways. Look at tools like CultureAmp, LinkedIn Learning, and Lattice.
Personalized learning, basically.
Exactly. And for all the administrative heavy lifting HR does.
Payroll, benefits.
Right. AI tools for HR administration and compliance are huge time savers. Workflow automation for things like payroll and benefits, using Gen AI to draft and customize documents quickly.
Policy documents, baby?
Absolutely. And AI-driven workforce analytics to provide deeper insights into your employee data. Examples here include Gusto, Deal, and Vizier.
So there are definitely tools and steps to get started, but getting the entire HR function and the broader workforce truly ready sounds like a bigger ongoing effort, more than just buying software.
It is, absolutely. Gartner emphasizes the need to set realistic expectations about AI's long-term impact on the workforce by looking at things like, initial investment impacts, business activity changes, and market projections. Don't overpromise.
And this ties into rethinking workforce planning, right? Not just current roles.
Absolutely. You need to define future-proof workforce plans. This involves regularly reviewing your organizational structure and roles to identify opportunities for those multi-skilled generalist roles we discussed.
The ones augmented by AI.
Right. And figuring out where teams of specialists are still needed. It's a dynamic process.
And the HR function itself needs to evolve internally, not just tell others to change.
Definitely. Preparing the HR function isn't just about giving them new tools, it's addressing those non-technical aspects, the skills required, the evolution of roles, and the mindset needed to work alongside AI. It requires concrete discussions about how existing HR roles will change and what new roles might be needed.
Are there specific new or changing roles emerging in an AI-ready HR function that you're seeing?
The Gartner source points to a couple of critical evolving roles. There's the HR technologist.
Okay, what do they do?
They act as a bridge, collaborating with IT and other experts, identifying AI opportunities aligned with HR needs, working with the AI solutions, maybe supervising them, and helping guide how they're used ethically and responsibly within the function.
Sort of an internal AI champion for HR.
Kind of, yeah. And then there's an HR product owner.
Product owner, like in software development.
Similar idea. That role focuses on designing and often redesigning employee experiences using technology, including AI. They look at how technology impacts key moments in an employee's journey.
Like onboarding, promotions.
Exactly. From onboarding to development to departure, ensuring technology optimizes that experience, managing the tech touch points.
It sounds like you might need some central coordination for all of this, within HR, especially at the start.
That's a key recommendation. One way to start is establishing what Gartner calls a minimum viable AI Center of Excellence, or COE, within HR.
Minimum viable. So start small.
Yeah, it's a way to build value, trust, and momentum for AI adoption in a structured way without trying to boil the ocean immediately.
Who would typically be on a team like that? Just HR people?
No, the sources suggest a mix. A COE lead, those global product owners we mentioned, HR data and analytics specialists, but critically, include people from outside HR.
Like IT. Legal.
Exactly. IT, legal, compliance are essential. You might even involve individuals from other functions who are early AI adopters, bringing their experience.
And what would the goals of this AI COE be? What's their mission?
Their goals would include getting executive agreement on AI's strategic importance for HR, educating the entire HR function on the value and potential of AI and the ethics.
Right, the responsible use.
Absolutely. Setting strategic goals and expected benefits, building a roadmap that includes pilot projects, accelerating adoption by prioritizing which use cases to tackle first, and defining clear success metrics to demonstrate the value they're creating early on.
This level of transformation requires continuous learning. It sounds exhausting just thinking about it. How can HR professionals and teams stay current in such a fast-changing AI landscape?
Continuous learning is absolutely key, you're right. But look, understanding AI fundamentals builds confidence, helps you evaluate and choose the right solutions, and keeps you current with trends. It actually empowers you.
If someone is new to this, feeling a bit overwhelmed, where should they start?
Begin with resources that explain AI in simple terms, like those explain it like I'm five type things. Just get the basics. Then look for courses specifically focused on how AI enhances HR roles.
Any recommendations?
Andrew Ng's AI for Everyone on Coursera is a fantastic free starting point for the fundamentals. For more specific HR applications, there are paid options like the AI HR Academy or various LinkedIn Learning video courses.
And how do you bring this training into the team? How do you get everyone comfortable?
Start small with low-risk tools first, maybe scheduling assistance, something easy. Then move to experimenting with Gen AI for drafting emails, basic policy documents. But, and this is a crucial point from the sources.
Let me guess. Check the output.
Yes. You must always conduct a thorough manual review and tweak anything drafted by Gen AI before finalizing it. Don't just copy-paste. Offering training workshops helps teams get comfortable, ask questions, and build familiarity together. Make it a team effort.
Beyond formal training, how do you stay updated when AI is moving so quickly? It seems like courses could be outdated fast.
That's true. The landscape changes constantly. Join HR professional communities that are specifically focused on AI. Look at organizations like AIHR or attend conferences like the HR Tech Conference.
Network and learn from peers.
Exactly. Follow industry leaders and HR-focused AI blogs, AIHR, SHRM, and thought leaders like Josh Bersin are good resources. And importantly, make time to experiment and iterate yourself. Play with different tools, see how they work, and adjust based on what you learn and what your needs are. Hands-on is key.
Looking ahead, let's peer into the crystal ball, maybe just 5 years out. What does the landscape of AI and HR look like then, based on what we're seeing?
The sources paint a picture of continued, significant transformation. We can expect to see truly hyper-personalized employee experiences.
What does that mean exactly?
Things like onboarding journeys tailored to the individual, learning programs that adapt specifically to someone's needs and career goals, and communications that feel much more targeted and relevant.
And predictive capabilities will become much more sophisticated.
Yes, AI-driven predictive workforce planning is expected to become much more accurate. This can help organizations better predict things like employee turnover,
A holy grail.
kind of, and even inform difficult decisions related to workforce size and structure, hopefully with more data and less desk work.
And for the HR professionals themselves, what will their day-to-day roles look like?
The clear trend is HR professionals shifting towards more strategic, human-centric roles, with AI automating many of the manual and administrative tasks.
The stuff nobody really loves doing anyway?
Pretty much. And providing deeper data insights, HR teams can focus their time and energy on higher-level business strategy, talent development, fostering company culture, dealing with complex employee relations, the human stuff.
This has been a really comprehensive deep dive, covering everything from the strategic view of AI readiness down to specific tools and the future of the HR function itself.
Yeah, and the core message that comes through from all these sources is compelling. AI isn't here to replace HR professionals. It's here to enhance the function and empower HR professionals who embrace it to become even more strategic, valuable, and impactful.
So becoming AI ready isn't some abstract concept. It's really the path to leading the future of HR.
Exactly. And as our sources suggest, you don't need to tackle this all at once. It can feel daunting, but there are practical steps. Here are a few actionable things you can consider taking right now, maybe this week.
And like what? Give us something concrete.
Okay, why not try one new low-risk AI tool in your workflow this month? Maybe a meeting summary tool or a drafting assistant. See how it feels, how it works for you.
Or enroll in a beginner-friendly AI course, maybe that free Coursera one, just to build your foundational understanding.
Good idea. And connect with others. Join an HR AI learning community, online or local, to share experiences and stay informed. You're not alone in figuring this out.
Great suggestions.
And finally, maybe something to mull over as you go about your day. As AI takes on more and more of the transactional tasks in HR, how will that unique human touch evolve? How does it become even more essential, perhaps in ways we haven't fully imagined yet?